What's up, everybody? Here's how I like to make my slide bait rig from start to finish. So the first thing you gotta make is a leader line. Rub line, scratch line, shock line, whatever you want to call it. There's a couple different ways to make it. This is going to be a simple rub line. If you're looking for a bulletproof rig or the rig that I use when it's more reefy, you guys can check out this video on my page right here. So the line that I'm using for this entire rig is a 250-pound test Grand Slam. I like using this line because not only is it cheap, but it's also really soft, so it's easy to tie. So for my leader, I use about 6 feet or an arm span of this 250-pound test. On one end of this leader line, there's going to be a slide stopper. On the other end, there's going to be a big barrel swivel. So you can either tie this or you can crimp it. I like to use crimps. I just feel like it makes it a little cleaner. A tip to make your rigs look a little cleaner is when I crimp my line, before I crimp it, I'll push the tag in through. I'll burn the tag in, create like a little mushroom. That just makes it so it won't slip through the crimp. And then instead of crimping it here, I'll pull it back through so that mushroom tip is all the way up to the crimp. I'll crimp it just like that. You never really want to crimp the crimp sleeve all the way on the end. You kind of want to leave a little gap just so that the crimp isn't pinching your line. Now I'll do the same thing on the other end of the line with the two-way swivel. So when I go fish, I bring a few of these with me. I bring one for each pole and then a few backups. I just kind of roll them up, keep them just like that. Boom, good to go. So next thing you got to do is choose your slide swivel that you're going to be using. So basically, if you had less angle in your line, let's say the spot was pretty shallow, maybe you're fishing from a beach. Also, maybe if there's a lot of current, you're going to be using one of these. If it's really deep, not much current, you got a big angle in your line, you'll be using more of one of these. So for the slide, I'm going to be using about 1 foot to 1.5 feet of this 250-pound test. Just like the leader line, you can either tie this or you can crimp it. They both work. I'm going to be showing you guys the way that I personally like to do it. That's a snell knot on the hook side of the rig and a crimp on the slide side of the rig. This side of your rub line is going to be going to the main line coming off your pole. This side of your rub line is going to be going to about 1 foot or 2 of lead line. So 40 to 60-pound test to a 8 to 10-ounce lead. So once you connect your slide to your main line, you're going to send your bait down. It'll go all the way down till it hits your two-way swivel. It'll pop right over the two-way swivel. It'll go all the way down to the slide stopper. Once it makes its way all the way down to the slide stopper, now you got about 6 feet of 250-pound test in front of that fish. So a lot less chance of the fish running into the reef. Thanks for watching, guys. Shoots.